Hi, I'm Keira Zikmanis. I'm a registered clinical counselor here on the unceded territory of the Lekwungen people, so the Esquimalt, Songhees, and Wasanich nations, also known as Victoria, BC. So the next question we have here is, what are some options for mental health resources in Victoria for low-wage service workers who don't have health insurance? So I'm going to go through lots of different resources here. So we're going to put the links in the description below. So feel free to take a look at those and learn more about each of them. If you're under the age of 25, the Foundry is a really good resource for free counseling, and they have also like peer support programs and other workshops and that kind of thing. I think they also offer medical support too, and some other free or low-cost counseling resources for adults are the Esquimalt Neighborhood House. They're a great volunteer-run organization providing, I believe, sliding scale counseling, so kind of low cost. Pacific Family Services Association, don't get fooled by the name. They don't just serve families, they also do individual counseling, sometimes free depending, and low cost as well. Citizens Counseling is another volunteer-run organization here that provides the sliding scale counseling, as well as the South Island Counseling Center. And Open Path Collective is an online kind of directory of counselors, private counselors who provide low-cost counseling, so between $30 and $60 a session. If you're a student, you can also access counseling through UVic or Camosun, so there's free counseling services there. We also have some other counseling resources kind of that are more specific around what you want to work on or what you've experienced in life. So Peers is a great one. They're an organization that offers free counseling for sex workers by sex workers, and they have other programs as well, like drop-in programs. Victoria Sexual Assault Center offers some crisis counseling and support if you've ever experienced sexualized violence in your life. The Victoria Transition House for anyone who's experienced intimate partner violence or abuse. They offer counseling and other supports as well. And Victoria Hospice is a great one. They support people who've experienced grief and loss. So they have, workshops, they have creative, like art-based workshops you can do, or counseling as well. And I believe that's free. Other than those, there are also a couple programs that private counselors can engage in. So, if you're an Indigenous person, often you can get counseling covered by the First Nations Health Authority. So you can find out more through them, and you can search for private counselors who bill to the First Nations Health Authority to get those sessions covered. And then there's also a program called the Crime Victim Assistance Program, and that is for anyone who's experienced violence. You can apply for that program. If you get approved, they can offer you a number of free sessions of counseling to use with a CVAP approved counselor. The last few here are just some crisis lines. So all of these crisis resources, they're not just for people who are kind of in a really bad state. They're for anyone who needs immediate emotional support. So, feel free to reach out whenever you need that support. These are available, locally, but also if you're outside of Victoria. So the Vancouver Island Crisis Line is a phone line you can call 24 hours a day whenever you need support. The Coos Crisis Line is for Indigenous folks, and that one is a phone line 24 hours a day. There's also a text-based or a chat-based resource called Youth Space, and that's for anyone under the age of 30, and it's open from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. Or midnight PST, so Pacific time. And then lastly, there's the Trans Lifeline. So that's a phone line across North America, and it's available 24 hours a day for trans folks or anyone questioning gender identity or anyone supporting folks who are trans or questioning. And that one is a great one too.